The business niche is popping right now with everyone starting their own school community, and it does not work is what I used to think. You can now genuinely make money doing what you love, and in today's video I'm going to go over a quick method on how to get your first $100 earned using a method nobody's talking about on YouTube. It's not a school community, it's something very specific. So let's just get into it. So welcome boys to the training on how to make your first $100 online. It's written $1, I don't know why. We're going to use YouTube and yourself to actually do this thing. So first of all, this is the funnel we're going to be covering: YouTube, call, 10 to 1 cohort, and then retainer. But before that, who is this video for? If you're someone who wants to make money online and who wants to become a good YouTuber, who wants to become a YouTuber and is ready to put in the work, this video is for you. Now, why should you listen to me? Well, I've gotten this is my statistics on my channel. It's pretty bad, I'll say. But with this, I've actually earned $100 online, and my main paid program called Catalyst is like an in-depth explanation of what I'm going to teach you in today's video. So you can check it out if you want. The first link in the description. Also, I have a free community in which I teach people how to earn 25,000 rupees in the next 30 days. So you can join that also in the description. Well, after this, let's just first of all stop being delusional. Okay, making money is hard, honestly. Like most of these gurus online will tell you that, oh yeah, making money is easy, you just need to believe it. You first of all need to be a little bit realistic, because you cannot be delusional. Alright, stop believing that you can get to 10k per month in 1 year from now. I don't think that's going to be possible, considering the fact that you're watching this video, considering the fact that you've not earned even like maybe $1 online or maybe your own dollar online. 10k per month is a far-fetched dream right now as you are. Okay, maybe when you actually become someone capable of that, you will be achieving that. I'm not saying you must not believe yourself. There is a difference between belief and delusion. Okay, ye yaad rakho. If you haven't made any money online, you must first make your first $1. That's the first thing. The second thing is making your $100. So we're gonna cover this right now. We're gonna cover this funnel that I've made for you. Step 0 is always going. So as you can see here, we've got the YouTube, call, 10 to 1 cohort, and then a retainer. And I'll explain everything right now in this video. So step 1 is to analyze yourself. Find out what you are good at and what achievements you have gotten. Okay, this is the first thing. I want you to list down a bunch of achievements that you've actually had. So maybe it's like I benched 100 kgs, I cold approached a girl, or maybe I got 1,000 subscribers. You write down every single achievement that you have achieved. Okay, you write it down. And secondly, find out who you want to help. This is like step 0. I'm not gonna waste too much time on this. ठीक है, ये थोड़ा fast रखने वाला हूँ मैं. This part especially, because like this is something that you must already be knowing essentially. So first of all analyze yourself कि भाई मैंने ये चीज़ें मेरे लाइफ में की है, ये चीज़ें नहीं की है, ये चीज़ें मैंने proudly किया है. And secondly, who do you actually want to help? Because you can't help anyone unless you know exactly who you're going to help. So what do I mean by this is, most people make this mistake of just like helping everyone. I want to help everyone, or I just want the money, bro. मेरे को बस पैसा कमाना है. That's a very flawed way of thinking. You're gonna end up in places like where you don't want to go, bro. Trust me. So first of all, ask yourself, who do I actually want to help? Now once you have that answer, we can move on to the next step. This is essentially what you're going to be doing. You're going to give a cohort training for 4 weeks. Okay, it's going to be a 4-week cohort training with one-on-one text access and community. So when someone signs up, they're going to go through like a 4-week training that is going to happen live, and you're going to have one-on-one, and they're going to have one-on-one access to you, and they're going to have a community. So this is what you're going to be offering in your product. So first of all, we need to build a product. We are going to be offering 10 to 1 cohort based coaching. That means you take in 10 people and give them education live on how to achieve X thing. The way you give the education is by distilling the information. That is, you make PPTs like this about the info that they must know. So basically, to make achievement pick karo कि मेरे को ये achievement, I'm proud. So let's just say you benched 100 kgs. Okay, you benched 100 kgs. That's an achievement for you. Now, what you're going to be doing is you're going to give like 10 to 1 cohort based coaching, in which like essentially तुम 10 लोगों को लाइव कोच करने वाले हो कि ये स्टेप्स यूज़ करके ये रिजल्ट्स तुम्हें मिल सकते हैं. सो यू डू दिस लाइव for 4 weeks and you give them one-on-one access with you, and you also like give them a community. And जो भी information, like I can't tell you the information you need, right? मैं इधर बैठ के सब्सक्राइबर्स के बारे में बात कर सकता हूँ because I have achieved that. I've achieved like some amount of money online. I have built an audience online. I can talk about these things because I have achieved them. But I can't tell what information you must convey in your own product when I haven't even achieved what you want to achieve. I hope you understand this. Okay? So you're going to distill this info, and make a PPT just like I have. Now this is an action step for you. Find out one achievement you are proud of and something you have expertise in. Alright, ऐसा चीज़ जो तुमने किया है पहले भी and you actually have expertise in, वो note down करो and go to canva.com and make 4 PPTs based on the method you can use to achieve X thing. ठीक है? So basically अगर तुमने 100 kg bench किया, you write down, you make like 4 PPTs based on like how to achieve 100 kg bench. ठीक है? And you make it into PPTs like this on canva.com. You can just sign up, it's free. And this is like the framework you can use to make your PPTs. First is the intro plus basics, where you talk about what to expect in the course or in the cohort and the basics that you need to know. Then second and third modules are going to be essentially the tactics or the meat of the same thing, like बहुत important information you give this in these 2 PPTs, which is going to happen in week 2 and week 3, and in week 4 you basically conclude, do a Q&A session. So let's just say मैं cohort based business run कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है, and I have a YouTube channel and I talk about fitness, let's just say, okay, and I've benched 100 kgs. So what I do is I essentially go around saying that, okay, I have a cohort, only 10 people can join in, okay, and I'm going to give you live step by step on how to achieve 100 kg ka bench. And so essentially in week 1 you talk about the introduction as to like what you can expect from this course, कि भाई ये course में ये चीज़ें हैं, these are the things you can expect. Tactics में first इसमें you can now talk about like how to increase your strength conditioning कैसे करते हैं, how to hold the barbell or something. And third इसमें you can talk about like the diet that you need to know to actually increase your strength. And the fourth, in the conclusion, you just conclude the whole training, you ask for questions, you do Q&As. Alright, this is essentially the product we're going to be focusing on. Now it's the setup part. This is the setup you must do to actually hold your cohort, okay? You need to have some sort of software ready in which you're going to do this. So first of all, create a WhatsApp group with your product name and make the PPTs. Alright, तुम्हारा product name कुछ भी हो सकता है, it doesn't really matter. My product name is Catalyst, you can check it out, you know. So essentially you make these PPTs and you create a Calendly link. ठीक है, Calendly ऐसा एक software है जहाँ पे you can schedule meetings. So if you just look at the funnel, we have a call part here, right? Then we have the cohort. So essentially what I'm talking about is that you go to Calendly, and Calendly is where you can like host these meetings. You can schedule these meetings. Go to calendly.com and make your own meeting link. It's very simple. It's not even complicated. ठीक है? Now we're going to talk about YouTube, the main part of your funnel, जहाँ से तुम्हारा सबसे ज़्यादा audience आने वाला है. Do not make niche videos when you start. Oh, you know, Hamza ka advice ke against ja raha hai, you know, all the advice that you see online, like make niche videos. I'm saying don't make niche videos. And the reason why I'm saying all of this is because of this. Niche videos equal to less views. Niche videos are best for getting customers, alright? I'm not denying that कि niche video से भाई बहुत सारे customers मिलते हैं. But it works when you have a base audience, right? When you have a base audience, it works. So, excuse me. Anyone over 1,000 subscribers is sort of trustworthy, right? अगर मेरा cohort based business है, ठीक है, and मेरे पास 1,000 plus subscribers है, people will tend to listen to me more. But let's just say you have 100 subscribers, 50 subscribers. No, not many people are going to be actually signing up to your cohort because like that's just how we are. ठीक है, अगर कोई 50 subscriber channel, we don't usually watch their content or take it seriously just because it's small. So instead, we're going to do something interesting, that is niched growth content. Okay, niched growth content, and let me just give you an example. So make the info in your video specific about something, but make it applicable to a lot of people. Again, the info should be very specific, very niche specific advice, but the application or the packaging of the video must be in a way that is applicable to a lot of people. So essentially, this is an example of niched growth content. This guy, Alex Hormozy, is making niched videos for business owners so that he can also make money. But you can see this video is sort of applicable to a larger audience, right? For everyone who wants to make $1 million, this is somewhat applicable to them. Okay, तो मैंने भी यही same चीज़ use किया in this video as well. So essentially you give the information that is super niched कि भाई ये information important है, ये चीज़ है भाई, ये. If you want to do this, you do this. So if you are someone who's bench 100 kg, you talk about like bench, but you make it applicable to a larger, broader audience. What this does is it gives you attention, it increases your subscriber count, and it also is niched so that people will actually sign up for your cohort. Alright. Niche info gets you customers, broad content gives you attention, and you need both of these when you start. All of the people who talk about like, yeah, you don't need niche, you don't need to make generic content, are only talking about that because they have like the audience. ठीक है, उनके पास audience है इसीलिए वो work हो रहा है. Okay, so if you are someone who has got a pretty small channel, I would suggest you go through the niche growth content strategies. ठीक है, you package the video in a way that is applicable to a larger and broader audience. Video creation, alright? Make your videos broad but the info niched. Now you just want to pump out videos that your ideal client would watch, and inside every video you give a very specific CTA of. We'll cover that in just a second, but first of all, what do I mean by like make your videos broad? Okay. To give an example, alright, this video is a great example of that. I'm giving niched advice. Okay, I'm giving niched advice. I'm not talking about like generic top 3 business models to start. Okay, make them niched advice zero, but you clicked on this video. Why? Because I made it generic. I packaged it in a way that is more generic. Alright, and inside every single video, you must give the specific CTA of calls. Not the product, not the cohort, calls. You tell people to book a call with you. And inside this call, you will go over what your cohort does and how it can help them. So essentially, you do a sales call. Okay, तुम उनको बोल रहे हो, if you're interested to find out how to increase your bench live with me, click the link in the description to sign up to my meeting, or book a meeting, something like that. So इससे लोग क्या करेंगे, वो meeting के लिए sign up करेंगे. And on this call, you sit down with them, ask them some questions like why do you want to do this or something like that. If you want a video about sales call, I can also help you with that. Just let me know in the comments. So you make videos about this type of things, and essentially you tell them to hop on a call, and on the call you try to sell them your cohort. And you must convey the change that your product brings and not the benefit. This is very important. I want you to understand this. Sales 101. Okay, ये sales 101 है. If you are trying to sell something to someone, ठीक है, do not sell them the benefits. Sell them the change that they can get. ठीक है, अगर Apple के बारे में सोच रहे हो, they don't tell you like, yeah, we got the new Intel processor in our phones. No, they tell you like how it can bring you a change, a status change, or maybe like a camera quality change. They don't talk about like the features and the benefits. You don't want to talk about that. You want to talk about especially the change that your cohort can bring. So if you're on the sales call and you've got like a bench press training that you want to give, you ask them and you try to convey the change that, okay, when you're in the gym and you're benching and your gym crush walks in, you'll be benching like 100, 200 kg, something like that. So, you know, you bring the change in the mind and not actually the benefit. And you tell them to hop on a sales call with you. Now, pricing. Now, this is a question most people ask. How much should I price? You should charge the amount that you're comfortable selling. Okay? Not how much money you could make. If you're confident to ask for $100 for a cohort, do it. This is very important to understand. What happens is usually people will be like, okay, I want to maximize my money, so I'm going to keep it high ticket, like ekdam expensive. But in reality, they're not even confident about it. If you think the price that you're offering literally makes you a scammer, if it makes you feel like a scammer, then it's the wrong pricing. It doesn't matter how much money you're going to make in the first month or something like that. Don't focus on that. Focus on that. Focus on the price that you're confident in selling. That you're sitting here and you can tell smiling that, yeah, I charge X amount for this. I charge $100 for my program. You must be able to, you must keep the price that you're super, super confident in selling. But people don't have money, bro. Shut up. People do. This is a limiting belief you have. People will spend money on you. But they will only spend it on you when your product will be worth more than what they are spending. So, अगर मैं $100 दे रहा हूँ तुम्हारे cohort के लिए, and like उसके अंदर का value is like worth more than $100, I will be glad to pay you $100, right? But if it's not worth it, I won't pay. So first of all, forget about this mindset that people don't have money. People have a shit ton of money, bro. People have a shit ton of money. Okay? You just need to get over that limiting belief कि भाई लोग बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा कमाते हैं but वो लोग spend नहीं करेंगे. People will spend it on you. So just don't be worried about that. Let's just say you got 10 people in your cohort. Now what do you do? Let's just say तुम्हारा 4-week cohort खत्म हो गया. You're like super happy, like yeah bro, I got paid. Let's just say you got $100. I just made $1,000. Now what? What you must do now is called as downselling. Essentially, you sell them something that is worth less, but it brings you something called as predictability. So you give them a retainer. Okay, you offer a service to your customers for a recurring price every month. So you can offer like daily calls plus community for half the price that they paid for the cohort. and this way they can buy from you and get a consistent source of income. So what essentially I'm trying to say is that कि तुम्हारा कोहॉर्ट होने के बाद ऐसा नहीं कि हर महीना तुम्हें 10-10 लोग मिलते रहेंगे, राइट? मे बी एक पर्सन आया, 2 पीपल आए. So we want a predictable source of income. So essentially inside the cohort, you're giving one-on-one access, but you're having 4 calls itself. So essentially what you can tell them is that I have another community in which you have to just pay $50 per month, but you have one-on-one coaching calls every single day with me. I'll hold you accountable, I'll do X thing, I'll do this thing. So you try and downsell them on a lower price, but it brings you predictability. So what it does is that every single month now you're guaranteed to get $50. And because you're providing so much value, these people don't actually leave, right? So this is very important for you to understand. You need to downsell on these things so that actually you're able to get a predictable source of income. वरना बहुत random जब cohort हो जाता है ना, it will cause a lot of problems to you. All right. Now go apply the steps now. Okay. The video is basically done. All right. So go apply the steps right now. Do whatever you need to do. And last pitch, if you want to join Catalyst, which is my premium program, you can check it out. I've got all of these courses. I've got a YouTube course in depth where I teach you how to grow on YouTube, mental mastery course, info product marketing course, which is like even more in depth with different methods of monetizing yourself, like this video had, speaking course, diet, and virtual assistant course. You can check all of those out. First link in the description, and I'll see you all in the next one. Don't sacrifice your future self for the pleasure today. Peace.